Hello guys, so this scholarship covers a settling in allowance towards items needed on arrival in Ireland, also covers a completion and departure allowance also in Ireland, also covers your monthly stipend of €700, covers your student accommodation in both your first and second semester, as well as your third semester with additional allowances. So I'm talking about no other than the Ireland Fellows Program, which is currently open. As a matter of fact, someone from this YouTube channel won the scholarship not too long ago. So this was the one of the awardees about 2 years ago. Last year we also had like two or three people also won this award. So you can see it is real. A number of times I get people asking in the comments, are this scholarship actually real? These scholarships are real, especially this one. You can see this is an award letter from someone who won the scholarship 2 years ago. And he applied for, and you can see the course here, LLM in Peace Operations, Humanitarian Law and Conflict, also in Ireland. So this is real, and the aim of this video is to show you how to apply for this same scholarship. So I also have sample essays. So some of the essays by the past awardees, I can also share them with you to motivate you when you're applying for yours. Of course, if you copy, you get disqualified because your application gets flagged for plagiarism. So use it as a guide as opposed to copying word for word. So welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It is another day and we have another scholarship. If you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome, but where have you been? There are hundreds of videos already on this channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So look around, I'm sure you find something. There must be something that catches your interest. And if you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support, and I hope you find the scholarship sooner than later. So let's go straight into it. So this is the Ireland Fellows Program, and it's for applicants from all over the world. So applicants from the African continent, these are the eligible countries. Applicants from Asia, these are the eligible countries. There are also sub-scholarships for particular countries. For instance, the Case-Benz Fellowship is for those from Nigeria, especially those studying law, human rights, and governance. And by the way, the scholar who got it last year or 2 years ago had the Caseman Scholarship, because you can see the LLM was in Peace, Operations, Humanitarian Law, and Conflict. So this was part of the Caseman Scholarship, which is a subsidiary of the Irish Fellowship. So there are other fellowships here, as you can see, that are country specific. And if you're from Latin America, you're not left out as well. These countries from Latin America are also eligible for the scholarship. So what do? Just go to your own area and see, make sure your country is eligible and see the programs that are prioritized for the region you're coming from. We also have a scholarship dedicated to the island countries like Fiji, Barbados, Jamaica, and the rest of them. So you also have a scholarship for you. So it's a buffet of scholarship. There are lots of opportunities. So for the sake of this video, I'll be looking at the African program. And by the way, most of the scholarships, that's the sub-scholarships here, they have similar application requirements. So the fact that I'm looking at the African one doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you. So if you're from another continent, you might just see similarities between what I'm saying and what is required for your own sub-scholarship. So I've opened the tab for the African scholarship. I can just refresh the page again. And I will talk you through the applications requirements. And these are the eligible countries. I can see my country here. Where is it again? This is Nigeria. So Nigeria is also eligible, so it's good. And you can see that the scholarship is now open. And these are the specific country ones I told you about. So apart from the general Irish or Ireland Fellows Program, when you scroll down, you see these sub ones for people from these countries. And most times, A country might qualify for the main scholarship and also qualify for the sub scholarship. For instance, Nigeria qualifies for the main scholarship, the Island Fellows Program, and also for the Casement Fellowship. So if you're Nigerian, see which one best align with yours. And you're advised, if you're studying law, humanitarianism, you might want to apply for the Casement Scholarship. You can check if you can apply for both as well, but I'm not sure. But read through the information and see if you can apply for both of them. So now we're saying that we meet the application's requirements and show the documents. So I've opened one of the documents here already. I believe this is the first one. And that was the document I started from, which covers the benefits you get from the scholarship. The full tuition, your transport, your allowance, and every other thing is covered. So who is eligible for this scholarship? So you have to be from one of these countries. It is not exhaustive of the countries on the continent, but these are the countries they are prioritizing. And if you scroll down a little, let's scroll down, you will also see that they prioritize 2 to 3 years substantial work experience. So if you're a fresh graduate, you do not have work experience, I think you probably have to wait a little. But if you stayed 2 years to 3 years or more of work experience, that is great. Also have a bachelor's degree with at least a 2-1 usually, a 3/4, 4/, depending on the what they call it, the ranking you use, usually a second class degree, and usually an upper second class if you ask me, usually upper second class. And it shouldn't be older than 2014. So the other bits of information here I think you can read on your own. But then you have to demonstrate how the course you intend to study relates to the SDGs and how it will help your country. I'll be coming to that later. So what are the eligible courses? What courses can you apply for? There are hundreds of courses, so do not worry. And by the way, you do not need to apply to any of these courses. Apply for the scholarship first of all, and when you get to the final stage of the scholarship, you are invited to also apply to a university. So this is the list of universities. Let's go. This is the list of different universities. And then you have numerous courses in Ireland. You have courses, you can see this one is on climate change, resilience, environment. You can also see, let's go, this is about engineering and sustainable technology. So when I say there's something for everybody, I'm not lying. So this is development studies, human rights, peace and conflict. So see which one covers your area of interest and see which one you're not eligible for. You can see the following programs here are not eligible for applicants from these countries. So you want to make sure that the course you're applying for is also covered by your scholarship category. For instance, if you're applying for the Casement Scholarship, you have no business applying for courses from this category. So run through and I believe you find something in your area of interest. The courses are still going, they're still going. You can see it's a very long list. As I said, do not apply for any of these courses yet. What you just do is that you go there and look for the courses in your area of interest that you qualify for and note them down. You can also visit the university website. This is the name of the course and this is the name of the university. So you can always go there and say, hey, you can see MSc in Environmental Sciences, Trinity College Dublin. This is what the course offers, and you check and see, oh, I think I like this course. Then you pen it down. And I'll tell you why soon. You are required to list 3 courses from that list that best suit you, and then rank the courses according to the order of priority. So which one do you like best? Which one is second best? Which one is third best? Okay, so let's move. It also says here that for some countries it is invitation only. What does this mean? So if you're from one of these countries, you can see the names here. It means you need to work as a civil servant in the country or an NGO in this country working in conjunction with Irish Aid, or working in an organization that aligns with the development priorities of Irish Aid. So what do? You do not worry if you are not a civil servant, if you do not work for an NGO. What you can simply do is to show that wherever you work aligns with the objective of Irish Aid. And Irish Aid, the objective generally are linked to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. I hope you've heard of it. Yes, you must have heard of it, except you're living under a stone. If in case you're living under a stone, at least now you have in the internet, Google the SDGs and you see what they mean. So in case you're not very sure and you're from any of these countries, what do? You can contact the embassy, the Irish embassy in your country, to ask whether you qualify or not for the scholarship. So just click on this link. It will open the different contacts of the different embassies. So imagine you are Kenyan, for instance. So you click on this, it gives you the email of the contact person, and then you pitch yourself to the person. Say, I work in the media space. I'm not a civil servant. I don't work with the NGO. I work with the media space, and I cover conflict and peace, or I cover employment, or I cover civil unrest. And I think this aligns with Irish Aid objective and connect with the SDGs. Am I qualified to apply for this scholarship? So something like that. So let's go back there. So there are 3 different stages for the scholarship. So this is the first stage. And when you cross this first stage, you're going to the second stage. Cross the second stage, of course, you go to the third stage. But what do these stages entail? I think that's the most important thing. For the first stage, there is an application document, very straight to the point. I've opened it here. This is the application document. So you just put in your bio data and other details, work experience, and the rest of them. So remember, I told you that you're meant to select 3 courses, 3 eligible programs from that list. So this is where you put them in. You put the name of the university, put the name of the program, and then put the program code. They said you can find the code on the master's program website. So these are the programs we're talking about, the list we saw earlier. Choose 3 of them that you qualify for. Come here, include them on this list, and then include your code. And remember, arrange them according to the order of priority, your order of preference. Number 1 best, 2 second best, 3 third best. Then comes an essay. Yes, you have to write an essay. An essay about what you intend to learn from these particular programs that you've chosen and how they would help your career aspirations. Also mention how you intend to help your country's SDG goals, and then how you intend to tighten the link between Ireland and your country. So when it comes to this essay, do not worry. I told you that I have a sample for you. So this is a sample of a winning essay 2 years ago. And the person mentioned the 3 courses that he applied for and how they are connected to his future aspirations. So mention this one, and then there's another one. So the LLM, the MSc Human Rights, and the M Social in Rights and Social Policy. Then remember the SDGs in your country and how this course would speak to the SDGs, or the problems your country is facing regarding the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. So he mentioned about 3 of them. He said poverty, no poverty, gender equality, peace, justice, and strong institutions. So these 3 are among the, I think, 16 SDGs. I think there's 16 of them. So he was able to mention 3 that are connected to the problem facing his country and the problem connected to the course he's applying for. And then the third question was about the link between, how to strengthen the link between your home country and Ireland. And what did he say? He said he would join. Where is that here? He said he would join. Let me go back there. I will join the Ireland Alumni Network in Nigeria to strengthen cultural, economic, and political ties. And then he also said something about offering mentorship programs to prospective alumni as well. So for people like you who intend to apply for the same scholarship, he said he will be available to mentor you. So take him on his word. Go down to LinkedIn and find recipients of the of this award. You can also find the program that he got, the LLM in Peace Operations. So Irish Fellows Program or the Casement Fellowship, and then type in this word. You probably find him there. Then send him a message reminding him that he said he would mentor you and mentor prospective alumni. So I'll be leaving a link to this document. Remember, if you copy, you get disqualified. Use it as a guide, and then you'll be fine. Tell your own story, essentially. Remember, there are word counts. I think the word count for each question is 150 words. Do not exceed the word count. It's the quickest way to get disqualified. There'll be lots of applications and looking for ways to throw out applications. So you flout the rules and your application is trashed. Good. So that is the first stage. And then the form would also ask you about your English test. Let's go up to the English language test. So do not worry about that if you do not have an English language test. As a matter of fact, they would actually help you they'll give you the money or the voucher to apply for the English language test on their own account, and then yours is just to pass the exam. If you've already taken the English language test, good for you, put in the scores. But if you've not taken, just type in here, haven't taken the exam yet. So it wouldn't disqualify you. So they would help you write and they'll give you a voucher to take the Duolingo test. So do not worry, they would help you with this exam. So if you pass the first stage, then you send to the second stage, and here by this time, hopefully they already have your English language test. They've already helped you with it. Usually, if they think your first stage form is very strong, they help you with your English language test. Results. And then they ask you to write even more essays. So look at the essay he was told to write about 2 years ago. You can see you have like 5-6 different questions. Fortunately, in a previous video I did also in that year, I think I was able to speak about the different essay questions. So I would also put a link to that video. So if you get to the second stage, you just come back to this video, check the link in the description box, and then you can find how to answer these different questions. So this is the make or the break at the end of the day. You do not answer these questions well, you're not going anywhere. So these are key questions that you're required to answer. And it's an expansion on what you've done in the first stage. So let's move on. And the third stage, you're called for interview, and then you're invited to also come and apply for one of those courses you chose. It's also in the third stage that you're invited to apply for one of those courses. So we can scroll down and get more information on how to apply. For most countries, you're told to send an email or mail the application to the different embassies in your country. But for, I think, Ghanaians and Nigerians, there's a dedicated platform where you submit your own application. So this is a dedicated platform for Ghanaians and Nigerians. Okay, so you can click here, start, and submit your applications. The documents they need as well, also written here, your passport, undergrad certificate, your academic transcripts. So once again, remember what we talked about the IELTS exam, that you can apply for stage 1 and stage 2 of this process without having completed your IELTS test. So that's fine. But eventually you would need the test. And they will help you apply for it. Okay. Just go through the Q&A section and see what applies to you. So this is stage 2, the particular instructions concerning stage 2. Remember what I said about giving you a coupon for the English language test. You can see it here, Duolingo test. So eligible shortlisted applicants who do not yet have the English language certification required for their master's program in Ireland will be provided with a coupon in order to take the Duolingo test. So you have it here. So just sit down and go through the information. You will be fine eventually if you go through the information. Surprisingly, I find it funny that a number of people want to get scholarships, they do not want to read, and I'm like, okay, you're applying for the scholarship for what at the end of the day? Because I get people saying, oh, I do not understand this. Not understanding is okay, you can ask questions, but if you do not understand because you haven't read, then that's a problem. So oftentimes I send people back to the website, say, go back there and read the frequently answered section. Go back there and read the scholarship website. The information is there, but you've not read it. And it's a little bit contradictory because you want to come and study, but you do not want to read the information provided. So take your time, read through. I think most of the questions you have are on the website. So that is it for this one. In case you have questions, let me know. And as I said, I'll be leaving copies of these samples that will guide your own writing as well. And hopefully we get more people from this YouTube channel winning the scholarship as well. So it might just be you in the next coming months, celebrating your own award letter, like my friend here, who has just recently concluded his studies in Ireland, fully funded. And that is it, guys. I hope this was useful. Fully funded masters in Ireland for candidates from Africa, from Asia, from Latin America, from the island countries, whether in the Caribbean or in Fiji, Micronesia, and the rest of them. So I hope this was useful, and put your comments in the comment section in case you have any. As usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So get to work, and I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye-bye for now, and good luck. Cheers.